So glad that you're tuning in hoy por la mañana. I hope that you're doing great anywhere you are here in the 11-county coastal Bend area, or if you're watching us throughout the United States. We want to give you a little taste of Corpus Christi, and there's a lot of folks out there that didn't know these facts right there. The energy port of the Americas, Corpus Christi, the Port of Corpus Christi, the #1 U.S. export gateway for crude oil and the #2 for LNG exports. And in Texas, more than 95,000 full-time jobs are generated by a port-related activity.
The largest port in the United States.
Isn't it incredible? We have Omar Garcia, who is with the Port of Corpus Christi, to talk to us about the future. And when we talk about the future, we're talking education and jobs.
Yes, Rudy and Barbie, thank you so much for having the Port of Corpus Christi today. We're honored to be here. When you look at the future and what's going on currently, there's over 95,000 jobs that have all been created in the last 8 years, over $65 billion of new investment. And what we're trying to do at the Port of Corpus Christi is encourage the local youth, those that are in elementary, middle school, and high school, to take a look at industry jobs. And we do that a couple of ways. We have a portable learning lab, which is an old shipping container that was retrofitted with all the latest and greatest technology to teach kids about STEM. And that portable learning lab rotates to all the school districts in Nueces County and San Patricio County. We also sponsor 10 schools, and the port donates money to those 10 schools for educational programs, teaching supplies, and other things. And then the third, which is our most popular, is we offer internships. And these are internships at the Port of Corpus Christi in all departments, whether it's accounting, engineering, communications, community relations, business development. Last summer, we had over 35 interns.
Wow.
These are paid internships. They pay over $20 an hour, and they're very competitive. Best thing about that is that we see so many students that went to school in high school here in this region come back, and their eyes are open at all the opportunities that exist here in this region.
What I've noticed visiting schools, visiting area schools, even the little ones, they're just so interested in science. They're so interested in STEM. They're in the robotics club. They're interested in their tech club. This is something new. I don't remember that when I was younger. I just don't remember having that, you know, in schools. This is something that they have that they need to know about. If our viewers are watching and they have, you know, kids and students, you know, within their household, they're interested in being, you know, an intern, what do they need to do?
So absolutely, Barbie, you're right. When we were in high school, we didn't have these opportunities. The kids of today are so blessed. There's several ways. The best way is to look at our website, portofcc.com. We'll announce our internship program, and we'll be accepting applications, not only for those that are in college, but for high school kids as well, too. That's the unique part of our internship program. It's also offered to high school kids, and we do internships in the fall, in the spring, and in the summer. Also look at all our social media pages. We're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, and we're on Twitter as well too.
We've seen a 25% increase in job growth since 2015 at the port, or any port-related business. What do you attribute that to?
Well, there are several factors, Rudy, but the biggest one that changed the trajectory of this region, and you're seeing all of that investment, it was with the stroke of a pen. In December of 2015, under then President Obama, the export ban was lifted. And what that means is that domestically produced crude in the United States could now be exported to all our trading partners around the world. That changed things here. This is why we're seeing thousands of jobs, billions of dollars of new investment. And why is that important is that it keeps the economy robust in Corpus and in Texas. When you see the economic benefits and all the taxes that are going to our local taxing authorities, it's because of the investment of these oil and gas companies. So if you look at the Port of Corpus, on any given day, we export between 2.2 and 2.5 million barrels of crude leave the Port of Corpus Christi. And it goes to our trading partners around the world, giving them that security that they can continue to be their prosperity from an economic development perspective, that they can depend on crude from the United States.
Sure, we just noticed in that graphic up there that every year alone, more than 8,000 vessels come through the Port of Corpus Christi, and many of those vessels, of course, are there for crude, or if not agriculture.
For crude and LNG, and I mean, there's one fact that we like to talk about is that the Port of Corpus Christi is the third largest crude export port in the world. Not the state, not the country, but the world.
That's amazing.
Behind Saudi Arabia and Iraq. Think about that. Those two countries, and then the Port of Corpus Christi is third in the world.
That's amazing.
So what is the next for the Port of Corpus Christi?
So we know that the traditional oil and gas space will be here for the next several decades, and we are proud to be an oil and gas port. but we also know that the economics are changing around the world. There's a lot of effort for decarbonization, cleaner fuels, and so we're looking at the hydrogen economy and bringing that hydrogen, which is then be converted to ammonia, as the next commodity that we can export for the next several decades, because we know that demand is coming in Japan, we know that it's coming in Europe, and we're seeing phase starts of it beginning here in the United States as well too.
Once again, if we want more information on how to take part in these internship programs, to learn more about the Port of Corpus Christi, where do we go?
Absolutely. Please go to portofcc.com. Follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Perfect.
Omar
Thank you
Garcia.
so much.
Thank you.